Well, for the first time ever, the Rapid City Rush take on the Indy Fuel at brand new Fishers Event Center in Fishers, Indiana. First of a three-game series starting tonight at 7 Eastern, 5 Mountain Time. Dave Smith, Rush head coach and GM alongside. First impressions of a brand new rink here.
Yeah, it's really nice. It looks like a beautiful facility, and we're looking forward to playing in it.
All right, well, the Rush got a much-needed win on Veterans Appreciation Night on Saturday at home. Fell behind 2-0 in the first to Tahoe, scored 5 in a row, won the game 5-2. 4 goals in maybe the best period all year, that third period back on Saturday. What'd you like about your team's come-from-behind resilience on Saturday night?
I really thought our mindset was very consistent. We didn't panic. We didn't change our game. Their goals weren't fluky goals, but they were fortunate goals for them, unfortunate for us, and I just thought we kept playing our game. I thought we played very well, especially the last 2 periods.
Yeah, Tahoe scored a lot of fortunate goals in that series, it would appear. How do you combat that when you're not getting that same luck on your side?
Well, you have to outscore them. You have to find a way to get pucks to the net, get bounces, get numbers in the scoring areas, throw pucks at net from angles, and just stick with the game plan. I thought what happened on Saturday night was a really good sign for our guys, for our team to come together as a group and find a way to win that hockey game.
You look at luck favoring the prepared, which is a saying everyone talks about, but is there a way you can put yourself in a situation to get the lucky bounces that we saw Tahoe get last week?
Well, I think it's numbers. I think it's numbers around the net. I mean, that's where all the goals are. Shots end up either saved or in the net. Those that are saved are either rebounds or stopped. If we can create more rebounds with traffic and numbers around the net, good things happen. I don't think we were unlucky, and I don't think they were lucky. They just found a couple goals that over a course of a season, you hope we find some the same.
Was there a shift in the game? You're down 2-0 after 10 minutes, down 2-1 after the second before you break out in the third. Was there a turn it around, TSN turning point in the game where you guys just calmed down and locked in?
If there was, I don't remember it. I think, we just kept repeating good things, and we all remember goals, and Wilkie's goal was something that we'd been repeating in that game, but the puck found its way in on a really good shot. Ekstrom's goal 12 seconds later, again, we repeated things that we wanted to do, and it led to scoring. Sometimes you repeat them and it doesn't lead to a goal, but I think obviously to tie it and then go ahead in a 12-second span is a good stretch, but we'd had so many good moments leading up to that that it was, you felt like we were due, but the game doesn't always reward you.
And defensively, too, Tahoe's top line has some really good players on it, the best scorer in the league up through that point. You held them to nothing in that game. What'd you do defensively that worked against Tahoe in that series?
Honestly, it was just everybody buying in. Everybody playing a complete team game, the urgency and defensive transition. How quick do we get from having the puck, we lose it or they get it, to being on defense. And if we do those things, we can defend anybody together.
You only had one day of practice, that being the Monday with the flight on Tuesday and the game here on Wednesday. How do you approach a short week when you're going on the road?
Well, because of the pro hockey schedule, we just don't have enough time to practice like a football team would, where you can work on video and then put it into play and then correct it. So we just have to continually address our game with conversations, with video, make sure roles are dialed in. And I thought we had a pretty good day on Monday. Again, you can't go too long. We got 9 games in 18 days, and that can be pretty taxing. But you just keep addressing the items in your game that you want to improve upon.
Your top line, we talked about Tahoe's all week, but your top line, one of only 4 teams in the whole league with 10 or more points for each of their top 3 players, us, Tahoe, Iowa, Maine. Carter Wilkie's the top rookie scorer. Ryan Wagner's got a 4-game goal streak. Blake Bennett's been the point-per-game player that he is. How much of your offense relies on that line, and how much does it rely on secondary scoring?
Well, we don't go into a game and say the only way we're going to win is if our top line scores. Every game that they're good, it increases our chances of winning, but you need everybody to score. Everybody, like when Ekstrom gets 2 and the top line produces, you have a really good chance of winning those games. And, their impact goes far beyond just scoring. Like, they're out there for key moments. They're out there for chances to get momentum back or keep momentum. And to me, that's what's really important for the top line. Production is critical, or they're not a top line, but they've done everything really well, especially last weekend. I thought we had more good moments than not.
I talked to Carter Wilkie, who's obviously a big part of that line as the center, and he said that every time we go out there, we think we can score. What's that mindset like to have for that top line?
Well, I think that's where, Blake Bennett and Ryan Wagner, they're elite players in the league, and they bring a talented, rookie in Carter who's very good, and they pass that along. And that's a special feeling when you are so good with the puck and you complement each other and you understand how and where the game needs to be played to be successful. It's a really good feeling, and you can see it. You can see it in the confidence when they step on the ice, that they believe they can score. We want them to keep that and believe that if we don't have the puck, we can get it back quickly.
With Rush head coach Dave Smith, game 1 coming up tonight from Indy. 4-5-1 through 10 games. The end of the first 10-game period is now. What's the overall assessment? You played 4 teams that could be playoff teams, and 3 of them were playoff teams last year, so not an easy schedule to start. Overall assessment on a 4-5-1 mark through 10 games.
Well, there's no easy nights. Every team will come in trying to win a game. Nobody's giving us anything. We've had to earn our stripes, so to speak. I think we've seen a lot of growth in our team. I think we've seen a lot of commitment to playing the game the way that teams that are in the playoffs play. That's our goal, is to get to the playoffs and then get on a run in the playoffs. But we've got to keep bringing it every night. So it's been great. We've seen a lot of good players, seen a lot of good hockey. We've seen some of our elite hockey. Last weekend there was moments that we were as good as anybody in the league at any time. And we just want to keep repeating excellence and doing things that put us in a position to succeed.
This team doesn't look like a team playing its 10th game of the year. They look like they're in midseason form. How much do you like that?
Well, it's still my first year back at the pro side, right? So midseason form, I think one of the things we talk about is let's just keep getting better. And if we do take a step back, let's learn and grow. If we're really good, let's learn and grow. So give the credit to the guys and to the leadership group that we've been able to learn from good moments and bad moments. And if we continue that, then midseason will look different and better than this.
You played in the IHL for a while, played in Fort Wayne. Did you ever play an away game in this city?
Yeah, we played a lot. We played. They're in the same, division or conference or whatever it was at the time. But one night I remember we came from Fort Wayne and our bus didn't show up. There was no way of getting buses. I think we took cabs. At that time there was no Uber, no Lyft, so we took cabs from Fort Wayne to Indy. But we played in the fairgrounds downtown, and there were some great rivalries between Fort Wayne and Indy or Indianapolis at that time.
Dave Chazowski played for Indy for a couple of years too.
Yeah, I didn't know that. His dad was. We played together in different cities, but that's interesting. I didn't know that.
All right, Indy, obviously a new team, first out-of-division team playing for the first of 17 against other teams in other divisions this year. What do you want to see tonight?
I just want to see our best game. I want to see that we're committed to playing the game the right way with and without the puck.
Dave, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.